Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between, and welcome back to another video. Today, we have a big problem. Quite literally, a big problem. My house. The house that I've lived in for the entirety of my nearly 14-and-a-half-year existence on this earth. The house that I have all of my childhood memories in. It's not on my property. Let me explain. This is a picture provided by Google Maps of the general area of where I live, and this is a rough estimate of my property line. Now, the bright-eyed of you may have already noticed that little dot, that's my house, and it's not on our property. So the initial plan was to swap around some property. Our neighbor would receive some of ours, the portion colored in black, and we would receive some of our neighbors, the portion colored in yellow. But that made zigzaggy lines, and nobody really liked it. Now, the reason this happened is because of a surveying error back when my dad was building the house. See, they thought that the property stake was down there, when in fact was over here. Now, what that means for the house is we're demolishing it. There's not really much else to say. We're just gonna have to take it apart and sell all the raw materials, and we're gonna be purchasing a double wide that is going to go right here. Now you may be wondering, why right here? Why not, right next to your house, except on your property? Well, it's because of the road. See, if we're by the road, we're not going to have to pay exorbitant amounts of money to get our driveway plowed each year. It's going to be easier to get town water and not have to rely on a well. It's going to be easier for us to get to the house. It's going to be easier for us to get picked up by a bus. Just in general, being closer to the road is going to make everything easier for us. So that's why we're moving it down to the road. And I don't want you to think this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. As you can see, my house is very unfinished. The outside is totally unfinished. So in general, it would just be nice to get a fresh start. And, I mean, no offense to my house, but this thing does kind of reek of old junk. And don't worry. Although we are moving to a new house, we aren't going to be moving to a new property. Which means all the trails around that you've come to know and love, and I've spent so much time working on, will be staying. In fact, I was lucky enough to only have one feature that will have to be moved because it is not on the property. And it is that little drop I just stuck on a hill over there a while ago. So it's going to have almost no impact on the trail system itself. Now, I thought of this post writing the script during filming, but another great advantage to having the house down by the road is that is where the bottom of the trail is. I can come down, the lowest trail, or at least on the east side of the mountain, pops out right there, and I can just pull into my house, refill on water, grab a snack, or hang my bike up for the day. That's right, all the trails. That's Genesis. That's Mind the Glass. We have Don't Look Down. There's, the Double. There's the Drop. There's, Chicken Shed. Ejector Lever. And Mind the Bumps, which, by the way, we called it Mind the Bumps because the bumps we're talking about were actually the cause of a four-wheeler crash James had a couple weeks ago.
Oh shit!
And even the old driveway is going to be maintained, which doesn't make sense because it's quite a ways from the new house. So that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys didn't like it, please feel free to let me know why. If you did, feel free to show some support. Get out there, stay safe, wear your helmets, and I'll see you in the next one. And, oh wow. Dude, my skin is totally burnt. I went to the beach the other day, and I did not wear enough sunblock, and I am burnt to a freaking crisp right now. That's bad on camera.